You ready? You feel it? I hustle to make it. I gotta go shine. I'm doing the work. I'm spending the time. Man on a mission, that's me. To be what I'm destined to be. Just how I do it, okay, they come and they go. We all got some sorrow, you watch the ebbs and the flows. But we gotta hustle, and then we hustle some more. Okay, I do this for the passion, but I'm still getting the dough. Alright, now action for real. Be the star of the show. And you gon' stand in front of everyone and let them all know that you the main one, the real thing. They ask about that G. I'm riding on them, let them know that they all gon' see. But haters talking ish, like I should go and chill. But I'm so hydrated, cause my name's on a wheel. It's the FBI dot, it's the Fiji OG. Everybody in the city know me, I hustle to make it, I gotta go shine. I'm doing the work, I'm spending the time. I hustle to make it, I gotta go shine. I'm doing the work, I'm spending the time. Man on the mission is me, that's me. To be what I'm destined to be. Man on the mission is me, that's me. To be what I'm destined to be. Just how I do it, okay, that's just how it goes. We all got a vision, you watch the story unfold. One day at a time, you're back up against the wall. I'm still saying it here, okay, I'm still saying it talk. Alright, I do it for real. You gon' say how I feel. I'ma tell you I'm back, maybe I'm keeping some chill. Let me tell you, I'm about my business for real. I'll be whipping down the road with my hand on the wheel. But haters talking ish, like I should go and chill. But I'm so hydrated, cause my name's on the wheel. It's the FBI dot, it's the Fiji OG. Everybody in the city know me. I hustle to make it, I gotta go shine. I'm doing the work, I'm spending the time. I hustle to make it, I gotta go shine. I'm doing the work, I'm spending the time. Man on the mission, that's me. To be what I'm destined to be. Man on the mission, that's me. To be what I'm destined to be. This is your life, this is your story, this is your moment. You gotta go for the glory. You gotta take what's yours and never give that back. Believing in yourself, you gotta live like that. Now look at the boy, I got a family tree. Now watch this bruh, cause you know me. It's rounds and flip tones, we be killing the beat. It's time to go to battle, no surrender, retreat. I hustle to make it, I gotta go shine. I'm doing the work, I'm spending the time. I hustle to make it, I gotta go shine. I'm doing the work, I'm spending the time. Man on the mission is me, that's me. To be what I'm destined to be. Man on the mission is me, that's me. To be what I'm destined to be. Man on the mission is me. To be what I'm destined to be.
What's up, wrestling fans? It's Jimmy, the mailman Milstead, here with the small package Elimination Chamber picks, episode 18. I thank you on this Saturday, February 24th, 2018. Man, I just got home from work. I'm windburned. Yesterday was a cold day. Winter finally struck out here in western Washington State. Today was a much better day. Temps back to mild. But like if you see a red face here, it's your boy, the mailman, Jimmy Milstead. Totally just got bombarded with cold wind yesterday. The lips are chapped. The forehead is like so sore right now. I wore a knit cap because that's what I usually wear during the winter, obviously. But we got the job done. A ton of packages today, but we have one more package to deliver to you, and it is the small package here on a Saturday night. Grab a beer. I mean, it's just a bunch of wrestling fans talking wrestling. Tomorrow night is the Elimination Chamber for all of us WWE fans. The road to WrestleMania. 43 days for us that are huge marks. Counting the days to New Orleans, one of my favorite cities. It's going to be happening. That's the tagline here on the small package. But tomorrow night, the road to WrestleMania is Las Vegas, Nevada, the T-Mobile Arena there in Las Vegas. I'm not sure how that's a newer arena. I didn't get to visit that when I went in November. I'm not sure the capacity, but I heard they were having actually trouble selling some tickets this week. I will have to get back with you on that news story. I think they were offering buy one, get one. WWE kind of suffering for this pay-per-view. I will have to get back to you, though, on that. Maybe tomorrow night, episode 19, the post-show rehash. Maybe we can dive further into that and see what the final attendance was. Yeah, I read a couple of days ago, I think they were having trouble selling this one out. I don't know why, because I think it's going to be a great card. But you know, they have no problems. WWE has no problems catering to me. I'm a fan for life. Like I said, I am Jimmy Milstead, the mailman. You can follow me on Twitter at Millie Vanilli. I will be calling my tag team partner here in a minute from England. I don't know what time it is. What is it? We started this show earlier than we normally do. I'm going to try to bump it up. Our next show for prediction show will be Fastlane March 10th. Fastlane pay-per-views March 11th. I will try to come on earlier. It's just a logistic thing. I get home from work. I got to pound some food and get ready for the show, you know. My guy in England, 8 hours ahead. He's kind of he's a nocturnal warrior. My boy RATBOY, the Ryan Alexander, he's a true trooper. I'm going to call him in a few minutes. You can follow him at Razman316. That's RAZMAN 316. We'll get him with our picks here in a minute. Ryan RATBOY Alexander 7-7 at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Your boy Jimmy the Mailman Milstead 11-3 to start off 2018. How will we fare? And that's why we're here. We're going to talk WWE Elimination Chamber here. But like I said, 43 days till WrestleMania. How excited are you? For the first time ever, I have brought up the comments section. Who do we have live here tonight? We have Nick Reedy, and Mark Wood, Chris, my buddy Chris Bell, live from Utah. These guys I was deployed with. Mark Wood, a childhood friend back there in Maryland. I've learned to bring comments up. There's a delay on the actual YouTube page from the Google Hangouts. I've muted my the reason that distracted me the last time. This is going to be great, guys. Feed me your comments. I can read them now. I am a 5-second delay though on those, so bear with me. Let's start off here. Thank God something is on. Mark Wood says, Millie, the king of WWE, from Chris, and then we got Nick Reedy. How about the club get back together? Well, Nick, we'll talk about that here in a minute, as he says some funny stuff here. It's a celebration here of my friends joining me. Hopefully, I can get a bigger fan base soon. But I have finally, I've discovered how to read comments here on YouTube. But bear with me. I will come back to the comments here in a few minutes. And I thank you to my couple of viewers. If you are viewing me live on a Saturday night, obviously you're staying in. I know on the East Coast it's late, but thank you so much for joining us. Let's get the RATBOY on real quick. We got some topics to discuss. I've got a lot of messages on my phone, but that's what we're here for. Let's get RATBOY Ryan Alexander on. Bear with me. Usually takes a couple minutes, but he's my tag team partner in crime. We're not doing any video tonight. Hopefully the audio is good and you can hear him. But we're talking the road to WrestleMania here. Ryan, can you hear me? Let's see. I'm not getting a good volume here. Oh, there we go. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. This is not a Verizon commercial. He can hear me now. But, you know, I am a Verizon customer. So what do you have over there in England, Ryan?
Say again?
What's your carrier over there in England? What do they call your phone carrier? Like we have Verizon here.
BT.
What is it called?
BT supplies most people.
BC?
BT, British Telecom.
British Telecom. Okay. BT. Okay. I'm learning something every day from my boy Ryan, the Rat Boy Ryan Alexander. BT is his phone service. I can't wait for him. He says he's bringing over stuff to the United States. How is that for customs? Is it going to take a while?
No, it'll be fine. I mean, my bag will get checked, but, you know, my bag gets checked all the time. I take a lot of gadgets, so, you know.
All right.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing. He says he's going to bring some stuff over. New Orleans is not too far away. I'm not sure the exact date. I'm going to be there Wednesday to Wednesday. Ryan's going to be there Tuesday to Tuesday. WrestleMania is Sunday, April 8th.
Monday, I'll be there.
He'll be there Monday. Okay, I got that wrong. So Ryan is
5 weeks on Monday.
Ryan is a lover of the United States. He cannot wait to set foot back here. You've been to Orlando. What were the other places you've been?
Only ever been to Orlando.
Okay. I'm trying to think. How many WrestleManias have you been to?
No, last year was my first.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you said you might have been to what was the one before that? Dallas. But, okay, that was the Mailman.
No.
My brain is so fried right now. I mean, I had a long day at work, guys. I'm sorry. We did some prep for the show. We've already lost a couple of viewers, but you know.
Amazon packages.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot. Amazon is just on fire right now. I got bombarded these last 2 days. I don't know, maybe if the weather was cause of it, but we have a big plant up here, obviously, Amazon in the Northwest. But today, holy crap, it was like Christmas level stuff. I must have had 100-some scans today, and that's a lot for City 6, Centralia, Washington. But I don't want to bore all the viewers here. We're here for wrestling. The Mailman. You know, let's cut to the opening chase here, Ryan. Let's get to the opening bell. And what we're here for. I want to real quick talk small talk. What is the status with over there in England and Kentucky Fried Chicken? I hear you're on a shortage. Can you give the viewers here to start off our show? What is the deal with Kentucky Fried Chicken in England? And I read a story where you guys are you ran out of chickens. KFC in England.
Yeah. The place that famously sells chicken ran out of chicken.
The Colonel.
We're now back up and running. We didn't run out of chicken. What it was a logistics issue. It was a delivery issue.
Yeah. DHL.
So there's no shortage of there's no shortage of poultry. There's no shortage of chicken. They switched over to DHL. It was a logistics issue. They've had teething problems, but we're pretty much back up and running over this side of the water. Nice.
So it's good to know that the Colonel is gonna get some of that special. What is it? The 11 herbs and spices. You know, you got to get the British.
11 spices.
Yeah, everybody deserves that stuff over there, and we got to get it going, Colonel. Come on, quit letting us down. But DHL, apparently they had a snafu, and hopefully you guys are back up and running there. How's the weather over there?
Cold as fuck.
Cold as hell. Yeah, I gotta, like I said earlier off the top here, I had some karma hit me. I had an Instagram post a few weeks ago. I had posting rainbows and sunny weather, and I even cut my grass. Hell, it was right after my birthday, early February, and then lo and behold, old man winter made an appearance this week. We had some snow, and man, the wind. Like I said, if you see me, I look like I've been to Miami Beach. Maybe this is the most sun I've had. But the wind, I got today. Literally, I'm just recovering off this. But that's how our weather is. So, anything else to report from England? As I read some comments here.
No, nothing much really. Uneventful day.
Uneventful day. I'm going to answer my buddy Mark Wood. I did not get this mic fixed. It's just here for a prop. I have to order a new one. I think it's just a piece of crap, but not too much else going on. We lost some viewers already, but now it's a Saturday night. It's what, Sunday morning for you? How excited on a scale of 1 to 10 are you for this card tomorrow?
That's an intriguing question for the card itself. I mean, the two chamber matches, you've got the first ever 7-man, the first ever women's chamber match. Other than that, there's nothing really I'm too eager for. Obviously, with the name of the pay-per-view, the chamber matches will take center stage, but again, it's another pay-per-view without a championship defense. So I'm excited for the chamber matches, but nothing much else. The undercard doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, and that's going to be the bulk of the show. The chamber matches, I can see that. Oh man, probably at least 30 to 45 minutes, maybe for. I haven't checked the records for. Actually, I did check the records, but I can't remember. It's 38 minutes or so. It was probably the longest one. I got to assume it's going to be like 40 minutes, about around the bulk for both of them. But other opening bell things, I just wanted to wish, today's February 24th for us WWE fans. The launch of the WWE Network was this date, 2014. It's 4 years old. I'm an original subscriber. It's been the best thing going for us wrestling fans. If I didn't have sports to watch, I would ditch and obviously Monday Night Raw on USA Network. I wouldn't need cable because that's all I pretty much watch is sports and wrestling. But I love Netflix. But the launch of the WWE Network, are you a day one subscriber, Ryan? When did you subscribe?
I'm a day one subscriber, but we didn't get the network until 2015.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. England, there were some other countries that it took a longer, even Canada. It took a while. But here in the States, it launched February 24th, 2014. So, it's been a godsend for me. I've loved going back, reviewing so many cards, so many WCWs. They've got so much on there. So if you're on the fence and you're a wrestling fan, it's a must-have. But you'll never be bored. There's hours and hours of content on there. But I'm not getting paid by WWE. Other birthdays today, I wanted to send shout-outs to my favorite professional wrestler. It's Shinsuke Nakamura's birthday, the king of strong style. I believe he is, 39? Man, that I should know. I didn't look at the stats. I know he's younger than me. I'm 42. And then we have the savior of misbehavior, Corey Graves. I was fortunate enough to take a picture with him in Jackson Square, the last WrestleMania New Orleans. I put that on my Twitter. It's a tradition for me. I always send him a birthday shout out with that pic. He sometimes responds. Corey Graves, the voice of WWE. Happy birthday to those guys. Phenomenal talents. And then Ric Flair's in a couple of days. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. February, a great month for birthdays. Yours truly, February 3rd. Thanks for everybody that gave me a shout out. I really appreciate it. But, we're not going to talk too much. I don't want to talk too much about SmackDown. We'll talk about that for the Fastlane pay-per-view coming up. I'm looking at some other news and notes. What are your thoughts right now on the Mixed Match Challenge? We've got this coming Tuesday, the tournament. You can look up on WWE.com. It's basically for charity, but we have an intriguing matchup. We're going to have Finn Balor, Sasha Banks taking on Asuka and The Miz. And a lot of people, Asuka's got that undefeated streak. What are your thoughts, Ryan, on the Mixed Match Challenge overall? And who do you see coming out on top? We haven't talked too much about this.
A good idea, poorly executed, to be honest. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring WWE content to different forms of social media with Facebook Watch. it seems to lack enthusiasm from the crowd, similar to 205 Live. I don't know if broadcasting it before SmackDown, when the fans are more engaged and they're more up for it, but no, unsurprisingly, the only match I've watched live was Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss versus Sami Zayn and Becky Lynch. But I'm not too eager to watch it. I usually watch it the next day, truth be told, or when it comes up on the network. It's just after SmackDown, it's 3 a.m. I'm usually burnt out, and so. But sometimes I prefer to watch these things when I can give it my full attention.
Yeah. No, I'm not a big fan of the whole Facebook watch thing. I'm not paying attention to the comments. I always swipe left. I mean, I've watched it live on the Facebook watch a few times. It's an entertaining little format, though. They sneak in after SmackDown. I've enjoyed the matches. I mean, there's some comedy involved. It's like lighthearted, and it's all for good charity and stuff. But man, if Asuka, if that counts against her streak, she's got to win this tournament. In my estimation, she can't take a pinfall or lose. But
no, I wouldn't worry about that. To be honest, I mean, she won't take the pinfall. I mean, if you remember, for example, Kurt Angle's undefeated streak when he debuted in after Survivor Series 1999, I think he lost a tag match where Steve Blackman ate the pinfall. I think that was on a Raw episode from December of 1999.
Yeah.
He came out and made a big deal on the microphone how that didn't count against him. So as long as Asuka doesn't take the pinfall or the submission, I don't think any real damage will be done.
So we'll continue to watch that, but it's an intriguing matchup this Tuesday after SmackDown there on Facebook Watch. We got, like I said, Finn Balor, Sasha Banks. They beat Nakamura and Natty, and then they're going to take on Asuka and The Miz. I can't even remember who they beat. They beat the Carmella and the Big E combination, but so it should be an interesting watch. I got a buddy, my buddy Mark Wood, or who was it? Or Nick Reedy. He wants to ask the Brit what happened to Man City. Who's your football team of choice over there, Ryan? I think I've asked this before, but let's rehash it. My buddy Nick Reedy from Minnesota. By the way, you can if you think that's a snarky response, you can make fun of his Minnesota Vikings.
No, Manchester City are playing Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final tomorrow.
Who's your team? Blackpool?
My team is Blackburn Rovers.
Oh, his team is the Blackburn Rovers there, Nick. So I'm not a big...
Man City crashed out of the FA Cup this past Monday to Wigan. I mean, who's the best NFL team over there at the moment?
Well, the Eagles, unfortunately, won the Super Bowl. No comment there. But
well, it's the equivalent of the Philadelphia Eagles losing to, I don't know, a very poor college football team.
All right.
So it was a major upset.
You guys have relegations over there, from what I understand.
We have relegations because we have several divisions.
We could easily relegate over here the Cleveland Browns and my beloved Washington Redskins and a bunch of other teams, Buffalo Bills. But, you know, we're not here for football. We're here for wrestling. I'm looking for some other opening notes here. What are your thoughts for 205 Live right now? We've got a Cruiserweight Championship tournament. Enzo released the belt because of his outside sports entertainment fiascos. Rich Swann bids adieu to WWE after getting amended from his off the out of the ring antics. A lot of comings and goings in 205 Live. We've got a lot of incoming talent that I've been really impressed with. A lot of the English guys. Tyler Bate to be one was in this tournament. He unfortunately got eliminated. Excuse me. You can see the brackets. I can't bring the brackets up here on the show right now, but 205 Live, the tournament's going to culminate at WrestleMania. Hopefully not on the pre-show. I hope they feature this on the main card, but I can understand because there's going to be so many matches. But What are your thoughts, Ryan, on the 205 Live tournament? And we have a new GM over there, Drake Maverick, a.k.a. Rockstar Spud, your countryman. I think we might have talked about this the last show. I think he has done an excellent job on the few shows he's been on. We've had Triple H in the news. He took over 205 Live from Vince McMahon. And it's been all great wrestling right now. We've got Roderick Strong in the tournament. As I said, you can look at the brackets. Ryan, the Rat Boy, Ryan Alexander, let's talk 205 Live for a few minutes. What are your thoughts on this tournament right now? And who do you have coming out in the finals? We won't say a winner yet. Who are your two that will meet at WrestleMania? Uh-oh.
I think my issue, not so much an issue with Roderick Strong, is the match he had against, who did he face on 205 Live the week? I forget. 205
Live, I believe, was it Tyler Bate? Oh, no, he beat the Japanese sensation, Hideo Itami. That was a first-round match.
That's the one, yeah.
That was a hell of a match.
That's it.
Hey, we're back. I'm sorry, guys. 3 viewers. Can you see me? Let's test it. The problem with living in the sticks, are you guys back? I apologize. I got kicked off, but we're back. So, what were we talking about? The 205 Live tournament. Who were your final two? We won't make a selection yet.
I'm going to go a personal favorite of mine. If I had to guess now, I'm going to go Roderick Strong and Buddy Murphy.
Wow, those are two impressive picks. Buddy Murphy, a new call-up to 205 Live NXT, an Australian sensation. He used to be in a tag team with Blake. Was it Blake? Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake. And they had tag team gold. Buddy Murphy is cut weight, and he's down to 205 to make actually, he was down to 202, I think. He had a great match against, was it one of the luchadors, right? Who did he wrestle this past week? Or no, he fought Davari on 205 Live.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. So the Cruiser, I don't want to spend too much time on it. I am going to go with Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. I think those two guys, Mustafa Ali was the other match. He had a great match against Jack Gallagher on this past week. Well, this is probably the only show you're ever going to hear about 205 Live, but I think 205 Live is phenomenal, guys. Check that if you're a WWE Network subscriber. Phenomenal matches right now. Triple H is taking over. They got a cruiserweight tournament going on. So you've heard Ryan's predictions. We will give our WrestleMania predictions, obviously, together once we're together there in New Orleans. But those are the two guys I expect. And then we, real quick, I wanted to go to the Dusty Tag Team Classic. It was just announced by William Regal on NXT, the top tag teams in the upcoming division. I had a chance to look at the All right. I'm sorry, guys. We're having technical difficulties here. It might be the live view, or I don't know. I've never had this many viewers. We've got two now, but hang with us. We'll always bring it back. But we were talking the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I can't list all the matchups right now. I don't have the tournament in front of me, but an interesting first-round matchup. The Authors of Pain taking on TM61. I believe you also had Mustache Mountain in there taking on, oh, man, who was it? Do you have that in front of you, Ryan?
I don't have the brackets in front of me at the moment, no.
Nah, but, you know, my early favorites, I love the way they had a package on TM61. Totally going with them. I'm going all in. The winners of this tournament get a tag team championship match with, obviously, excuse me, the reigning tag team champions of the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. Who is your pick to win this Dusty Classic? It's been a great tournament. It's been happening. It's just, I believe, the third one. AOP was the last winners, and then the first ever was Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, when Dusty was still, I believe, alive. But it's a great trophy. They hold it at Access.
No, he passed on.
Oh, did he pass on? Okay, but
the tournament was made in his honor after his death.
Yeah, it's a fun watch. If you're a subscriber to the WWE Network, this tournament kicks off, I believe, starting next week. Who's your pick? I'm gonna go TM61 to start it off.
I'd concur with that, and I'd also go TM61.
All right. So there it is. Looking forward to that. I was looking for some other news and notes. Okay, one last news and note before we get to our Elimination Chamber picks. Jeff freaking Jarrett is a member of the Hall of Fame, or he's going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. J-E, double F, J-A, double R-E, double T, double J, Jeff Jarrett. Hey, I didn't screw it up. What do you think, Jeff Jarrett? I love it. I love this guy. I love this pick. He's well-deserved. His dad, he's synonymous with the world of professional wrestling down there in Memphis. TNA, you know, never say never in the world of professional wrestling. Jeff Jarrett, a well-deserved honor in my book. I didn't think we'd ever see it. There's a bunch of people you probably would have thought go in before him. I mean, there's a lot of guys hanging out there. Obviously, the late, great Owen Hart. I would have loved to have seen, God, if Owen Hart was still alive today. Who do you have inducting Double J, and what do you think of the pick? I think the Road Dogg obviously is an obvious choice. Jeff Jarrett into the WWE Hall of Fame. Ryan, thoughts?
I was more than pleasantly surprised by Double J going in. Truth be told, I was on the fence about going to the Hall of Fame this year. The headliner being Goldberg. You know, I've never been much of a mark for Goldberg. I was never a WCW guy. I've never been a particular fan of any of his work. But I think now that Double J is in, my definite choice would be, in an ideal world, would be Jim Cornette. I don't think they're going to do that 2 years in a row. I've got a sneaky suspicion that the man to do it may be Vince himself.
Oh, Vince? Oh, okay. I'll go with Road Dogg. I mean, this is not part of our prediction. But, yeah, Jeff Jarrett, classic vignettes when he first came into WWE. I've been watching some old Raws recently out there in front of the Grand Ole Opry. You know, he always used to call it trash. You know, Ryan, if you're not familiar with the Grand Ole Opry, it's the big country music place where they play all their music. It's famous. I always loved that character in WWE. I wasn't a big fan. I was never a big fan of Jeff Jarrett, TNA and stuff, but I mean, he was the creator of that. He's a good wrestling mind. And I also want to send a shout out to my buddy Nick Bazzelli, the winner of our Royal Rumble poll in the women's division. He sent me out an autographed pic of Jeff. I actually shook Jeff Jarrett's hand at the Bruce Pritchard show last. We all sang his theme song. Spend my days working hard on the go. I don't even want to get into that, but that's a great song. I don't have it on cue here, but Jeff Jarrett, Double J, you know, you can't go wrong with inducting that guy into the WWE Hall of Fame. I think it's well-deserved. He's going to go in with Goldberg so far. Ivory was the representative of the women, and we had the Dudley Boys. I don't think we talked about that, Ryan. Dudley Boys, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. I only met Bubba. I never got to meet Devon. Those are well-deserved honors. I still want to see Midnight Express get in there. But so far, the class is shaping up. I am not attending the Hall of Fame. What are your overall thoughts so far with a couple of weeks to go with some more to be added? I'm assuming there's going to be a person that's no longer with us inducted. There's many to choose from there. I would think Elizabeth would be a great choice, even though we already have a female in there. What say you? How do you think of the Hall of Fame class right now? And are there any other ones you think, or what are the other ones you think that can are having a chance to get in there?
Well, the Hall of Fame class this year definitely has an Attitude Era feel about it. Obviously, with Goldberg, Ivory, the Dudleys, and now Jeff Jarrett. There's very much a 90s Attitude Era theme to it this year. I think they're going to continue. I mean, my original pick for the tag team was the New Age Outlaws, but obviously that goes to Bubba Ray and Devon this year. And deservedly so.
Yeah.
The only team to be WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA, and New Japan Pro Wrestling tag champions. Not the best tag team ever for my money. They're up there. They're in the discussion. They're probably easily in the top 10, probably in the top 5. But, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, with the Hall of Fame, to be honest, we're not going to spend big bucks on those tickets. We'll probably get tickets to sit in the back, and we'll just spend most of the night drinking, waiting for Jeff Jarrett.
All right. It should be interesting. I had a funny comment here. I'm reading comments right now. My buddy Kevin Mendelson. Thanks, Kev, for joining us. He said David Arquette for the celebrity wing. WCW fame there. I wanted to scroll back up real quick. My buddy Chris, you know, he's an old school wrestling fan, a massive Mr. T fan. Chris doesn't really watch a lot of today's product, but he said, Mailman, any thoughts on upcoming Andre the Giant HBO special? You know, I still have to see that vignette. I'm an idiot. It's been on my Facebook. It looks epic. I've heard epic things. Sam Roberts of the Sam Roberts wrestling podcast. Sam Roberts is the last professional broadcaster. He does a great show. He does all kinds of media. Sorry, Ryan, are you still there? Sam loved, I think he already had an early viewing of this. I am looking forward to the Andre HBO special, Chris. I believe it comes out, right after WrestleMania? I cannot wait. I'm a huge Andre the Giant fan. It's going to be spectacular. And after this show, I'm going to go watch that vignette. I haven't yet watched it. Ric Flair's 30 for 30. I loved it. I think it painted him into a picture as kind of a jerk, but Ric Flair's, you know, that Ric Flair's Ric Flair. And I think I lost Ryan. Are you there? Shit. Hey, Ryan, you there? I'm going to call him back. But to keep the show going, I am looking forward, Chris, to the Andre the Giant special there on HBO. Ryan, you there? There he is. We're keeping it going here on the small package. Give me a thumbs up, Ryan. All right. All right, let's cut to the chase. We've talked a lot about stuff here. The one last thing for the opening bell, I had a poll question on Twitter. I don't have a lot of Twitter followers, but I asked on Twitter of the Ronda Rousey contract signing. That is tomorrow on the Elimination Chamber. Assuming she is in a tag match at WrestleMania, I asked, who do you think her tag partner should be? I had put up The Rock, Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, and then I said other, and then give me your comments for the others. I would love to see The Rock team with her. He has unfinished business from WrestleMania 31. That's when Ronda debuted in the WWE. If you remember there, I was there live. Phenomenal setting. I popped massively when she came out. She was in the front row. She even walked past us when she was going to those seats where me and my buddy Denny was. But the big rumor is Ronda's going to be in a mixed tag, possibly against Triple H, Stephanie. That was my poll question, Ryan. I got all three votes. I had 3 votes, and then not including mine. I selected The Rock, but The Rock is going to be filming a movie, and when it comes to the movies, The Rock, to quote The Rock, because he talks in the third person, The Rock needs insurance. That is the thing. Do you see this guy wrestling? This was one of the picks I have here, the unofficial picks. Who do you think Ronda Rousey will team up with at WrestleMania, assuming she's in a tag match against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon?
My heart says Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but I don't know. My head says they're going to give us Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle? Yeah, Kurt Angle, I mean, he's done a good job as GM in my take. He's fumbled some words, but so has Mick Foley over the years. The Jason Jordan storyline. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. Jason Jordan's injured. I was interested to see where that storyline went, as Seth Rollins was a tag team champ with Jason Jordan, Kurt's son. So I think Kurt Angle would be a good choice. I don't think it'd be the first choice. We still have weeks ahead here leading up to in WrestleMania to see how the storylines take place. But Braun Strowman could be a good choice. Seeing if he fails to come out alive in the Elimination Chamber. But I think The Rock would be a perfect choice just to get the outside fan back into it, the non casual or the casual fan, back into the fan base there to be there for Mania. So yeah, I hope The Rock is the choice, but Kurt Angle probably could be the safe bet. So that was the Twitter poll, and I think for my 3 votes. So with that, Ryan, let's get to our chamber picks. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right, Lee Ermey, my favorite Marine. What time is it?
Knock off the jaw jack, and it's time for mail call.
All right, thanks, buddy, and salute. The card is pretty basic. We've got 6 matches, 1 pre-show, 5 matches, and then we get the Rowdy Ronda Rousey contract signing. She is a member of Raw, from what I know. I cannot wait to see how this pans out. I have no idea where they're going to place this in the card. I better go to my comments here. My people commenting. I know I got people talking. Who do you got matched up versus Ronda at Mania? Mark, I think I'm on a delay. You heard us. Kevin Mendelson says Angle versus Seth. Bring back the IC title ladder match because Finn needs something to do. And I totally agree. I think that would be phenomenal. I think Finn Balor would be involved in that. Mark Wood says Stone Cold Steve Austin. Mark, I don't think Stone Cold's wrestling ever again. So thank you for those comments. Sorry if I missed. What does Chris say? April 10th. Chris fact checks me. Chris Bell, my buddy there in Utah, says the Andre the Giant documentary is on HBO, and I'm going to watch that trailer as soon as I'm done here. So thanks, Chris, for that. So with that, let me pull that back up. Want to go over some Elimination Chamber stats, Ryan?
Say again, Mailman.
Elimination Chamber stats. What is your favorite Elimination Chamber match? You had some history, or did you have something on the Elimination Chamber you wanted to tell our audience?
My favorite Elimination Chamber match, objectively, I think the best one has to be from No Way Out 2009 for the World Heavyweight Championship, which Edge won.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
So obviously, if you remember earlier in the night, he was defending the WWE Championship, and he got rolled up by Jeff Hardy in literally 2 minutes. And I think he took Kofi Kingston's spot on the night. I just enjoyed the hell out of the way it was done. Cena was eliminated mid-match. I think he got the code breaker, the 619, and Edge to the spear. Also, it was down to Edge and Mysterio, obviously former tag partners, and I think they gave us a good 10 minutes worth of action at the end. But it suited Edge's heel persona at the time. But I think my best, again, it goes back to Edge, but I think my best Elimination Chamber match technically didn't happen inside the Elimination Chamber. It's when Edge cashed in New Year's Revolution 2006.
I gotta admit, I think one of my favorites was the very first one. I have the network, and I haven't been reviewing a lot of these. I'm gonna have to rewatch a lot. I'm sorry I didn't bring any history to the table, but I will just read this real quick. The match was created by Triple H, but was introduced by Eric Bischoff. I always thought Eric Bischoff introduced it back there in 2002 of November. I think it was featured at Survivor Series. And basically, for anybody that doesn't know what this match is all about, you've got a large cage with 4 pods. This year is a historic first ever women's one. We're going to have 6 women. Traditionally, you have 6 participants. 2 start off, and you have 4 each, or everybody's in a pod. And randomly, after a few minutes, another person comes out. It's basically an elimination match. No disqualifications. You can win by pinfall submission. You can't get out of the cage, I don't believe, right? I'm looking at my notes. It's not like a traditional cage match. You're basically in this structure, this steel structure. They say it's always 5,400 kilograms of chain. It's the Devil's Playground, I believe. The Satan's Prison is what the nickname was. And then Ryan, I'm looking this up. This is an interesting factoid here. Where is it? And in Germany, to avoid any confusion with like World War II, where the hell did I have this written? They call it something else. Elimination Chamber is known as No Escape in Germany to avoid any reminders of the gas chambers used during the Holocaust. So I found that interesting in my research here. I did not know that in Germany. So the German announce table is probably going to be there. They're calling this pay-per-view Escape, or as No Escape. So I thought that was interesting in my findings. What are your thoughts on this? Does the Elimination Chamber, you think that's an offensive name? Everything seems to offend us over here in America anymore. What are your thoughts on that?
Having been to Germany a few times, given the sensitive nature of the topic, I get why they've done it. But, I've spoken to several German wrestling fans over the year. I mean, they find it quite insulting, to be honest, that it has to be called something different to them.
Yeah.
I mean, you go in a lot of German schools, they're very honest and open about their past. They don't hide from it. They tell us, this is what we used to be like. This is the place we come from. Again, it's WWE, it's political, but I wouldn't do it, but that's just me.
Yeah. Well, I guess this Elimination Chamber eventually took over for WWE's No Way Out. In a sense, essentially, you're calling it No Escape there in Germany. So, but Elimination Chamber is what we call it over here. So I thought that was pretty fascinating. Real quick, some stats: most appearances inside the chamber. Y2J, Chris Jericho, he had 8. We had the Viper, Randy Orton, he had 6. We have John Cena with 6. Triple H, one of the original members, he had 6. And we had Kane with 5. First appearances this year, we have Balor, Reigns, Rollins, Elias, and Strowman all making their first appearance. The Miz and Cena, the only 2, obviously, that are in it, that have been in it before. The Miz is 0-2. Obviously, I don't have an Elias figure, but here's your participants. I represented Elias with the guitar there. Elias featured at the Vegas, or actually the New York Toy Fair as well. He's coming out with a wrestling figure soon. I'm a big wrestling figure mark, but I thought that was pretty cool. Miz is 0-2 in the chamber. So this is his 3rd appearance, and he is starting it off because on Monday Night Raw a few weeks back, he had a match. Who was it with? I can't even remember. I'm sorry. Do you remember who he wrestled? Was it Roman Reigns? He wrestled John Cena. John Cena. He wrestled John Cena. The loser would be the first participant in. So this is a historic first ever 7 participant match. So 3 are going to start off because Rollins, after he couldn't defend his tag, or he lost his tag team partner, Jason Jordan, he went to Kurt Angle and he qualified to be, or they had a double pin on a match. What was it, a fatal 4-way or fatal 5-way, where they double pinned Bray Wyatt, him and Finn Balor. So they entered them both in the qualifying match. I know I probably am confusing a lot of people on that, but Seth Rollins qualified to make it the first ever 7-person or 7-men Elimination Chamber. So I'm intrigued. Real quick, let's talk about that last Monday night, that gauntlet match they had, all 7 participants. Started off Monday Night Raw in a gauntlet match. Seth freaking Rollins, and that's the shirt I'm wearing tonight. What were your thoughts? He went and broke a Monday Night Raw record where he was in a match for, I believe, an hour and 5 minutes or 65 minutes, hour and 7 minutes, something like that, where he kicked it off against Roman Reigns, the big dog, and then Big Match John. He defeated both those superstars before eventually falling to Elias. Braun Strowman eventually won the match, where it was a gauntlet match, in case anybody doesn't know, is just one superstar comes out after another superstar pins or submits another superstar. Seth Rollins was the Iron Man. What did you think of Seth Rollins' performances, RATBOY?
I enjoyed the hell out of I enjoyed how they did last week's episode of Monday Night Raw. I enjoyed they didn't necessarily dedicate 2 hours towards one match. It was towards one theme, if you will. It definitely seemed designed to put Seth Rollins over even more. From what I've heard, he will be moving to SmackDown Live in the Superstar Shake-Up after Mania.
Oh, okay. That'd be interesting to watch.
Yeah. No, it was engaging. It got people interested in this week's Chamber. It helped with the commercial breaks because they did just that. They helped break it up. It didn't seem too draining for the viewing audience. Obviously, it was a different figure for the 15,000, 16,000 people in attendance there live. I enjoyed how they did the backstage interviews with everybody who'd just been eliminated. But the problem is with the internet, they complain they want more wrestling, they get more wrestling, and they still fucking complain.
Yeah.
You know, what do you want? What do you want?
Tough crowd to please sometimes. I loved it.
More wrestling, please.
It was an easy night, and from what I hear, it was a Vince McMahon call, or like he was the one that, from what I read from the sheets, it was his idea to start off. It was basically a 2-hour gauntlet match, kind of an easy night for the writers, just how things were placed. I enjoyed the match. It wasn't your traditional way to do a 3-hour show, but I thought it was phenomenal, and I was hanging on the edge of my seat when Seth Rollins, this guy has instant credibility. I think he is going to have a major program here once things take place here down the stretch. And it almost makes you want to think maybe they shocked the world on Sunday. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes. We're going a little long. We want to get to our picks here. A couple more stats. What do we got here? I was just going over the appearances, but I was just shocked because Reigns, Rollins, Balor, obviously, and then Elias, obviously, and Strowman. These are all their first chamber matches. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think it's going to be I think that is what ends the show. Where the women end the Rumble. I think you're going to have the women probably be the third match down the card or so, but that's something to talk about later. Like I said, Triple H has 4 wins. Cena has 3, and Edge has 2. This year's pay-per-view will feature the 21st and 22nd ever match. This will be the first women's and the first men's match with 7 participants. So I'm pretty excited. What say you, Ryan? Let's get to our picks. We've talked long enough. How excited are you again?
Only for the Elimination Chambers matches themselves. The undercard doesn't do much for me.
Yeah, the undercard. I think it'll go all right, though. Speaking of the undercard, let's go to it. Pre-show match will be Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson taking on the Miztourage. I went to a house show out here. In fact, they're out here tonight in WWE Everett. Maybe it was a day show. I couldn't make it. Everett is about 2 hours north of me. I had to work today. There's no way. Pretty much the same card from what I read. The Raw Superstars up in Everett. But last week, I went to WWE Portland on a Friday night. I was just getting over a dental surgery. I had some wisdom work done. By the way, that was pretty fun in the wind. But the matchup that we're talking about right now, Gallows-Anderson took on the Miztourage that night and beat him pretty good. I don't think it's going to be any different, guys. I think the club is going to get skyrocketed, especially with the success of Finn Balor. I think, like you said, or somebody said in the comments, Finn Balor will be ultimately featured in an Intercontinental Championship match, I think. I think that's the belt he's going to be having during the summer. It's a no-brainer for me. I am going Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. That's my first letter of the night to go in the box. What say you, Ryan Alexander Taylor? He's going Miztourage.
Bo Dallas.
Holy smokes.
Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
You heard it here, folks. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Let's go to the comments real quick. Kevin, the internet will never be happy. Mark, Rollins and Ronda. I'm thinking someone who hates Triple H as the person matched up with her. So far, nobody has selected anybody, but RATBOY is going Miztourage. Ev says Miztourage, my buddy Kevin Mendelson, Miztourage gets on the pre-show and the Revival can't. Hashtag FTR indeed. Good brothers. So Kev says the good brothers indeed as well. All right. So
forever the Revival.
Forever the Revival. All right.
Forever the Revival.
So in an effort for Ryan, the RATBOY is at 7-7. Your boy is at 11-3. Can he get back into this 2018 race? We will see. I have the club. Too sweet me, Kevin. All right. And we'll take anybody else that watches this on demand, your picks. I will read in the comments. So we will come back to the comments here in a minute. Our next matchup on the main card. And if they add matches for some sort of reason, I will go on Facebook Live or something and get Ryan on there. But I don't think they will. This card looks pretty stacked. I'm not sure what they're going to open with, but right now the first match I have is Asuka versus Nia. Singles match. If Nia is able to beat Asuka, she is inserted into is it the championship match or WrestleMania? I can't remember the stipulation here.
If she wins, she's inserted into the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania.
Okay, that's what I thought. Do you want to start off, Ryan? Who do you have?
I'll let you go first, Jimmy.
All right. I am going to go. How can I go against her? Nobody's ready for Asuka. I'm going to meet her at WrestleMania Access. I'm going to mark out. She's a beautiful Asian woman that could kick my ass in 2 seconds. Singles match. I'm sorry, Nia Jax. Asuka lock. I mean, we've seen this match before. Why are they making me think that anything is going to be any different? Nia Jax lost on the Mixed Match Challenge pretty bad. Or she didn't lose. Did she? She didn't lose to Charlotte Flair. Bobby Roode beat Apollo Crews. But anyways, Asuka's not losing this match. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan. All right, so we're in agreement there. Kevin has Asuka. No way they blow the streak there. Mark Wood, Asuka. We're totally in agreement there. Everybody's Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. The question is, when does she lose? But we will not talk about that tonight. I like Asuka too much. I am not sick of Asuka. Do you think, well, Ryan, being an Alexa Bliss fan, are you sick of Asuka?
I'm definitely not sick of Asuka, no.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's been a fun I know I haven't listened to that podcast, but I think Edge and Christian, the ENC pod, I think Edge had some criticism towards Asuka. He never understood the big hype around her. I think she's a kick-ass athlete.
He also admitted in the same vein that he's never watched much of a WWE work.
Oh, is that what he said? Okay. I'm just ignorant, too.
I don't know where he got that revelation. Don't get me wrong, she was so much more over down in NXT than she's in the main roster. But, NXT is the underground promotion. It's a lot less exposed, and it's obviously much more of a smarky, appreciative crowd. Don't get me wrong, there's probably a long list of people who are wishing they were still down in NXT. The Ascension one. But, no, she's going to WrestleMania to fight for the championship, not the Raw Women's Championship.
All right, so we're pretty much all in agreement there. Feel free for any viewers coming on that haven't viewed this yet, give us your picks. We'll read them on the post show tomorrow night. And we will be immediately live, episode 19, the small package, Elimination Chamber post show. I will have that after the Elimination Chamber. Last time it took us a while, but I will be here live. Ryan, if you can't join me, let me know. But we will be live after the show, give or take a half hour because of lag time on the internet. But my next matchup, it's a singles match, still unfinished business between Bray Wyatt, the eater of pins, and Woken Matt Hardy. I really enjoyed the match. I saw last week at WWE Portland, the live event. They entertained the crowd. It was way better than a lot of TV matches they've had. You can say you're sick of this matchup. I've noticed a lot lately on social media, Matt Hardy is really teasing a lot of his property. If you're not familiar with Broken Matt Hardy, he prepared the battlefield for Massacre on them. He had epic showdowns at the Matt Hardy residence. He's been teasing a lot of photos of his compound again. I think before Mania, before this is all said and done, you're going to see a Bray Wyatt confrontation there at the Wyatt residence there in Cameron, North Carolina, or wherever the heck they live. It's been fun. Go look at Matt Hardy's recent posts. He's posting everything around his residence. But these two have been going at it for a while now. But Elimination Chamber is Bray Wyatt's territory. At the house show, Matt Hardy got the victory last week in Portland. Not that that says anything. But Bray Wyatt just a year ago won the WWE Championship, Elimination Chamber. And I hear in the wings waiting is Brother Nero, Jeff Hardy. He's about to be cleared. Definitely probably going to be by WrestleMania. RATBOY, do you want to decide first on this match, or you want me to go first?
I'll leave the honor up to you, so you go first.
All right. Well, since it's Bray Wyatt's pay-per-view, he won the championship. I say it's his turn with his sister Abigail. I still don't think it's finished. A lot of people probably tired of this program. I'm going to go Bray Wyatt on this night with his sister Abigail. But Jeff Hardy, I think he teases a return. I think it's Bray Wyatt's night on this night. Probably this could be an opener. I don't know. We have it going second here in the predictions. What say you, Rat?
Bray Wyatt.
All right. Bray it is. Some guys in our comments. Mark Wood. Delete. That's who he has. Mark Wood, not a fan of Bray Wyatt. I can understand that. As many losses as he's taken. You can see in the background, perhaps. Got the Bray Wyatt. I'm a Bray Wyatt fan still. He's going through some outside the ring issues. I don't know if you've been reading the dirt sheets. Having some marital issues, but we won't get into that tonight. Kev Mendelson in the ultimate battle of whose gimmick can we fuck more? Bray wins here. Yeah, Kev is a huge Hardy fan from my understanding. Obviously, he doesn't like how WWE has handled the Woken One right now. Kev, I just say be patient. I know it's hard. I think we're going to see some good stuff here. I think we're going to see the drones come WrestleMania. I think that battlefield, I think it's going to be way better than anything Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton gave us last year. Yeah, this Sunday, I can't imagine it being anything special, but unfortunately, I don't think it ends either. So we're all in a unanimous decision except for Mark Wood. Mark says the Woken One, Matt Hardy, will win, but we will see, and we will revisit on the post show. Moving on, we got the WWE. This one was added late a couple of days ago. Was it yesterday? The Raw Tag Team Championships. The current champions, Sheamus, Cesaro, The Bar. They had a match last Monday versus Titus Worldwide. Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, and they've got Dana Brooke in the corner crunching the numbers. I think these guys can put on a great match. Sheamus Cesaro can put on a great match with anybody. It's about time we have a new matchup. I'm not totally enamored with Titus, but I think he's a great guy. He's the father of the year. He took out all those kids out to the Black Panther movie. And then Apollo Crews, say what you want. He's a hell of an athlete. Uh-oh. I think we know. Did we just hear something? We heard a whistle from RATBOY, but we'll cut to the chase here. The mailman is going to go with The Bar hanging on with the titles, but I would like to see a little shakeup in the tag division. Do you like my little thumb there for The Bar? I got The Bar retaining. RATBOY, give us your answer.
Make $1 million move.
All right.
Titus Worldwide to win the Raw Tag Team Championship. I think it'll be a quick transition. I don't think they'll go into WrestleMania as champions. But from what I gather, they're planning a big singles push for Apollo Crews. I think this is geared towards helping him along that way. I'd like to see what he could do as a heel. Ultimately, he's going to go nowhere in this gimmick, nor is Dana Brooke. But I think just to shake things up, I think for at least a few weeks, we're going to see new tag champions.
All right. I dig the fresh idea. It is time for some new – I think Titus is entertaining as hell. What was I going to say? The tag division on Raw is a little stale, to say the least. Some tag teams are coming up from NXT here after the Mania. I can't agree. I can't hate your pick. That's who I was going to go with at first, and I stuck with The Bar. But some other guys, Kevin Mendelson, Apollo, don't call him Crews. Oh, that's right. Apollo did drop the name. The last name Crews. Was it because of that Florida shooting? Which I think he was a different spelling, but Apollo just goes by Apollo now, apparently. What does Kevin say? Titus Worldwide does. So he has The Bar. Oh, he has The Bar dropping the belts at Mania so Sheamus can finally heal. So that's Kevin's take. He has The Bar retaining. Mark Wood, did he drop off? I was interested to see what he thought of the matchup, but thanks, Kev, for your takes. It should be an entertaining tag team match. Unfortunately, those guys got screwed at Royal Rumble. Sheamus, Cesaro, phenomenal talents. Terrible spot when they took on Jordan and Rollins right after the men's Rumble. I do think this match will be a little bit better. Whether you hate Titus Worldwide or not, I think it'll be a good tag team match. Kevin Mendelson had Titus in the Rumble. I just remember that. So We're going to attach Kevin Mendelson out there in our comment land with Titus Worldwide. I'm going to get you a shirt, buddy. But thanks for watching us, by the way, guys. Any live viewers, anybody that stumbles upon us, we're having fun. We're just wrestling fans. We're talking pro wrestling, WWE. There's phenomenal stuff in Japan right now. I need to catch up on. Unfortunately, I cannot talk about it tonight because I have no idea what's going on. We have the ROH guys out there. What is it? The World of the Worlds? Or I don't know what they call it for when ROH goes over to Japan, but some good stuff going over there. I've seen a couple of things. Maybe I'll talk about it soon. I know we talk about WWE predominantly on here. This summer, definitely a G1 show or two. We're going to have a contest, by the way. I'm throwing that early tease out there. We're having a G1 New Japan Pro Wrestling contest here this summer, and I will tease more on that after WrestleMania. So let's get on with it. Ryan, I know you're up late. I'm keeping you up. Let's go to the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. The first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. Let me bring this up real quick. History was made at the Royal Rumble. History will be made here in Vegas. He's already got his thing too. We have Alexa Bliss. She's defending her WWE Raw Women's Championship inside the chamber. Inside that hellacious steel structure, she has taken on Bayley. The combination of Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville of Absolution. These ladies, by the way, I think have done a tremendous job since coming up pretty green off that Tough Enough show into NXT and already on Raw. I saw them in person at the live show for the first time ever. Actually, I saw Sonya Deville wrestle at the matches at Access last year. I think she has always been talented. She's just trying to get her niche. The Mandy Rose girl was really green when I first saw her, but I thought she had a hell of a match. She ended up tapping to Asuka at the house show. So those two are going to probably be a team in that side of that chamber. You got the veteran Mickie James, beautiful as ever, one of my favorite divas of all time. Don't call them divas. But and then we got Sasha Banks, the multi-champion, in that match as well. Should be epic. Who do you have winning it? RATBOY, we kind of probably already can predict this. You got to go with your girl, right?
I'm not going first.
You're not going first? You're waiting for me.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Alexa Bliss is the best thing. What? Exactly. Which is why I'm here.
The one and only goddess of WWE retains in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber.
All right.
Pinning Sasha Banks.
Oh, so she's going to pin Sasha.
Of course she is.
That is going to be other.
I can see Alexa taking a lot of big bumps in this one. The match sort of fits a cowardly heel persona, but she's also in need of a big performance because she hasn't defended the championship since TLC in October. So she's in need of a big performance tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. She needs to be featured in a good defense, and that is why the mailman agrees with you, RATBOY. She will go to WrestleMania, the Raw Women's Champion. I think she does indeed. Here, that's my letter. My stamp of approval. Let's put it in the box. I agree. I think Alexa will get it done. A lot of rumors I'm hearing. You're going to get that final approval. Sasha Banks has been a great heel in the past in NXT. I'm hearing a lot of stuff. Maybe Bayley could be the heel. I think those two are somehow having a match down the road. Will it be at WrestleMania? I don't know. It probably would end up on the – I don't think that match could be on a WrestleMania. There's going to be so many matches. I don't know if you can fit it on that card, but I think those two's friendship is coming to an end here at the Chamber. So somehow they're going to disqualify themselves. Alexa Bliss, I think, will be last with the two Absolution chicks, and I think she does a phenomenal job eliminating, or maybe it will. No, she's been flirting a lot with Mickie James lately on Raw, being a friend and an ally. Maybe it's those two that are the last. Me, a diehard Mickie James fan, I wanted to pick her. There's no way she's going to win it, I don't think. It'll be interesting to see who the final two are in that match. They, unlike the men, you have no idea who is starting off the match and who are the pods or who comes out, obviously. It'll be interesting to see who starts off that match. I am looking forward to that. Let's go to the comments. Kevin. Kevin says Alexa, and Mark Wood, Alexa. So we have a phenomenal roundtable here. All in on Little Miss Bliss, the Goddess, to retain the Raw Women's Championship. Let's revisit the Rowdy Ronda Rousey contract signing. Should we include this as a pick, Ryan? I just wanted to add the stipulation of an angle setup. Do you think there will be an angle setup as far as who her tag team partner is? Or do you think they just have her sign the contract and that's it?
I'd like to think we're going to see the person in question tomorrow. I can't help but think they're going to save it for an episode of Raw, though. But, no, it'd be nice to mark out again for The Rock.
So you think they're going to set the angle up tomorrow on Elimination Chamber?
I'll make a bold prediction for The Rock appearing tomorrow night. I'll go for it.
All right. I won't say The Rock appears, but I will say there's an angle set up, and I will say The Rock is my choice. You know, if they had trouble selling tickets for that T-Mobile Arena, I think it's time The Rock will rock New Orleans. He was there at the last WrestleMania. He opened it up with Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think he's the right choice, and I do think the angle is set up tomorrow. Rousey will get upset. I think down the road, Rousey will be the perfect heel, but coming into this WrestleMania, she will be the babyface. Her tag team partner, in my opinion, is The Rock. Give me your comments, what your take is tomorrow. Do they slowly just build it up until the last possible second, maybe the night before, or the go-home WrestleMania show for Raw? I think they're going to go full swing tomorrow night. I think this is probably one of the biggest things that happens on tomorrow night's show. Stephanie McMahon upsets the apple cart. Something happens. That's our pick. This will count as a win or loss. If the angle is set up or it's just her signing the contract, they all shake hands. Me and the RATBOY will lose. I thought that was something we should have added to the card. Let's go to the comments real quick. Nobody has said anything. I hope I'm still alive here. Okay. And then that brings us to the men's match, Ryan. The men's 7-man Elimination Chamber match, where it is, let's go to it real quick. Got the wrong page up. Bear with me, guys. I know we've gone long, but this has been fun. We have the men's 7-man Elimination Chamber match. We have Braun Strowman, the Monster Among Men, heavy favorite. Elias, who will be the last. I think he won that stipulation where he's the last to be released, right? And we have Finn Balor, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and The Miz. The Miz opens it up. Do you think, is it Seth and Finn that open it up with him? who do you think opens it up with The Miz?
I'm gonna go Finn and Seth.
Finn and Seth, same here. I think that's a given. Elias is guaranteed to be the last guy because he got over on that triple threat with Braun and John Cena that one night on Monday Night Raw. I thought that was brilliantly handled. So Elias, will he play a tune inside the chamber? Will he take the guitar inside the chamber? That'll be fun. Well, let's cut to the chase. RATBOY, who is your men's winner? This is intriguing to me. I want to know. We had discussions on this earlier this week. I know I made you upset. I wore a Roman Reigns Loot Crate shirt. I am not a Roman hater, but I'm down for wearing a T-shirt. Give us your pick for the men's Elimination Chamber, Ryan.
Tough one. Let's see.
Ryan goes with Seth freaking Rollins.
Burn it down. Seth freaking Rollins to win. First seven-man chamber match.
I love the Elimination Chamber gimmick. I have been entertained. Even the worst Elimination Chamber matches. I'm glad they went to a fan-friendlier, or actually a wrestler-friendlier structure. Those early gimmicked steel cage matches, those things look painful. Sheamus, I remember back in the day, took some hard falls. Kofi Kingston. Ryan, at Access, I never got to go inside one. What did you think of that structure as you got to go inside? You met Daniel Bryan in there, didn't you not?
We met Daniel Bryan in there. I don't know if it was an exact replica of the Elimination Chamber. The ring certainly had far too much bounce about it. But no, it was good. I wouldn't want to be trapped inside the one, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I would not want to land on that outer tier. They had that little outer thing around the ring. Looks painful as hell to get slammed on. But we've got picks from Kevin Mendelson. He says he's taking Roman unless the steroid stuff really goes into overdrive. If you're not familiar, Roman Reigns' name inside some outside the ring stuff as far as a guy that got tossed into confinement over some selling some steroids. I don't know what that case is about. Hopefully Roman is not involved. I don't care if you love or hate Roman. I don't want to see good wrestlers go to the wayside by like that. Hopefully Roman is clean. I know he got busted a couple of years ago and paid for that. Hopefully that was maybe that from that. I don't know. But Kevin is going Roman. If Roman is going to be taken out because of that case, he goes with Braun Strowman. So Kevin Mendelson, thanks for your pick, buddy. And then Mark Wood, a big Roman Reigns fan, he takes Roman Reigns. Jimmy Milstead is up, the mailman. I don't have capabilities because I have Ryan on my phone to play the song that Roman Reigns comes out to, but I know to the RATBOY's displeasure, come on, guys. Vince McMahon has had this in the works for the past year. It's the rematch from WrestleMania 31. Roman Reigns is taking on Brock Lesnar.
Exactly. The rematch from WrestleMania 31, a triple threat match: Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar.
So you have a triple threat at WrestleMania. That would be nice.
Once again, back in New Orleans, just like WrestleMania 30, we're going for a triple threat again.
I would love to see Seth win that match tomorrow. That's who I'm cheering. I'm just going based off, like if I was picking football games, I'm picking the favorite. I went safe. Ryan, I'm ahead of you right now. or in friendly competition. I'm going with the safe bet, but I would love to see Seth Rollins somehow factored in that WrestleMania main event. That is our final pick of the night, guys. Man, what time is it, Ryan?
It is exactly 4:30.
Are you going to bed, or are you going to work tomorrow?
I start work in about 7.5 hours.
All right, man. Dude, get some rest. I really thank you for joining us tonight. Will you join me for the post show on Sunday night?
Of course I will.
Dude, get some rest. And my God, you're one of my favorite guys, man. I cannot wait. We are just under 43 days till WrestleMania. I wish Mark and Kevin could come with us. We're gonna make some more. We're making this show bigger. I swear to God, we're gonna make this show bigger. This was the first night I could friggin' read comments. I figured it out. So this show was fun. I'm sorry we had some connectivity problems to anybody that stumbles upon this YouTube video, but we went a little long. We started this show at 7. It's 8:30 on the West Coast. Ryan, get some rest, buddy, and good luck tomorrow night. Swig a beer for Ryan RATBOY Alexander.
Peace and love, man. Thank you very much.
All right, let's give applause for Ryan. He's at 7-7. We will see how his record does. We'll talk to you tomorrow, buddy.
Peace and love.
All right, enjoy the show. All right, talk to you tomorrow, man. All right. So, Ryan, take some rest. Kevin is laughing at me in my Romans. Good show, Chris Bell. Thanks for watching with us. I know Chris, he's not much of a wrestling fan these days. Big Mr. T fan. Chris, come out here. We'll watch some wrestling together. I miss you a lot. Big Army. I was deployed with Chris. He watched us tonight. I was deployed with him in Iraq. We always talked the old school WWF. He was a big Mr. T. We always reminisced on WrestleMania 1, all the A-Team shows, Hulk Hogan, tremendous stuff. Chris Bell, my hat's off to you. He's still serving. So was Nick Reedy. He had to leave early. But this is the most live viewers I ever had, and it was fun talking wrestling with you guys tonight, guys. Any last takes? I really don't have a lot to say. If you want to follow me on Twitter at Millie Vanilli, I'm more vocal on there during the workday when I'm bored. But the Elimination Chamber is tomorrow on the WWE Network. Today, we celebrate the 4-year anniversary of its birth. If you're on the fence about subscribing, it's worth it. $9.99. Come on, guys. If you want to watch this show tomorrow night, it's worth it. I think it'll be worth it for you. 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night on the 25th there at the T-Mobile Arena. Let's support the WWE.